Welcome everyone for another video, and holy smoke, this is a great game. Like, it's Indecisive against Professors, 2 tier 1 team for the PCC 7 this weekend, and like, to be honest, this is one of the best match I've reviewed. It's like a great back and forth, two teams going at each other, trying to go for the throat. Wonderful team fight, very tiny details that make like a huge differences. Still some mistake, of course, but wow. If you have one match to watch, like, I really recommend this one. It's quite a long one. It's a 40 minutes banger, but it was an amazing game, so just enjoy it. Really, it's great. So we have a little bit of a scrim here between the Professors and Team Indecisive, so two teams that is going to participate in the PCC 7 main event. We have full roster on both sides, so we have Nitro, 6, Soul Reaper, Crazy Fool, Survivor. On the side of Professor, facing against Neft, Manq, Shin, Import, Moros. And we do have a Morrigesh mid lane, which is kind of interesting, to be fair. It's a pick that we don't normally see in competitive gaming because it's very easy to abuse. And here we can see that we do have a Zarus in the jungle, so I feel like Zarus plus Gideon in the jungle like should be able to punish that Morrigesh pretty easily. Anytime like the Zarus is around, you can use the portal from Soul Reaper to kind of TP6 in, and then we get the Coliseum, and that should force like the flash of Shin every single time. Every time the flash is gone, that should be like a pretty easy black hole or Coliseum afterwards. So I feel like that's very ballsy to kind of pick like this Morrigesh mid lane, but I guess Indecisive knows something and they want to, and they kind of maybe know that it can work. I feel like it's, like I said, very ballsy. I think like the pick should be punished quite a lot. We do see Nitro that is on the Sevrog in the offlane against the Grux. And we also see like a Narvash Kira in the dual lane, which is like a lane that I have no lane control at all. I feel like it should be at the control of Manq and Neft early on. Also, like the ultimate of Narvash can be like cancelled pretty convincingly by the Drain Nova or the Gag Grenades. Both like ultimate can get cancelled pretty easily, so I feel like this lane should go to the advantage of Indecisive. Here, for instance, like they can play for the level 2 if they want. And they should be like looking for some engage. Why is the level 2? And we actually decide to step back up. So here, Professors not really playing the level 2, Manq and Neft not finding like a good aggression moment, so nothing really special happening. We do get like the crunch that is actually like finishing his 3 camp faster than the Zarus, and Zarus is looking for like a potential aggression on the offlane, trying to go on to Moros here with the early gank. And here we do see Nitro fighting against Moros. 6 is here, probably Moros will have to use his flash if he wants to survive that, but I don't think he can survive it. And then we get like a nice subjugate, and that's gonna be first blood on the Grux because of good rotation. We do have Import that might come for the Teal buff, trying to contest that. Not wanting to leave it for free to 6. So Import is gonna steal it. Oof. We do get a subjugate, that's a lot of damage, but they're both like very low on HP, so Import gonna secure the fact that now it's a bounce back and that they cannot crash the wave, so at least Moros is not completely out of this game. We also like get an early rotation from Soul Reaper here onto the dual lane. It's just like to relieve a little bit of pressure. There is no kill potential here, but just like river buff rotation to allow this lane Narvash Kira to exist a little bit. Because like against Argus Strongo, it's actually like very tough to play into. And now we get like 6 coming back. Shin was looking for a little bit of aggression on Soul Reaper. Kind of want to catch that. Guess like the idea is like on the rotation back, we punish him a little bit. Since we have the level advantage. You can see that here Shin is here. Gonna be aggressive. It's very easy to land like abilities. Maybe we get a new mark. Here we're trying like to get like the wave as close as possible to the tower for the side of Indecisive. We do have the crunch that is import working towards this blue buff. We play like very, very safe because the all-in potential of the Argus plus Drongo is very strong. And Moro's having a freeze, kind of zoning. We didn't get enough to get a Brimstone. So we're just gonna try to get a stack, but at the cost of a big portion of his health. And the freeze is still like not broken because we still have the cannon. Moro's tanking a little bit the minion, which will make this freeze like break. Unfortunately, shouldn't have tanked those minions. And we're maybe looking at 6 like trying to gank this Morigesh. We have import also rotating towards getting the river buff now. And we're maybe looking at catching 6 on the right river buff. We both have import and Shin, so that's gonna be securing like double river buff for them. We're just gonna keep like... I think here we look for the aggression, unfortunately. Shadow Dread Nova is dodged by the Shadow Glide, but I feel like Shadow Glide was like cast before the Dread Nova. So, good anticipation by Survivor. We get like a little bit of aggression here because we had both import and Muros. 6 is here, Muros is like a level ahead though, because of like the good zoning, and they have to be careful here because like it's a huge wave, so they don't really want that wave to crash on their tower. Nitro needs it to get his level 5. Now we get Soul Reaper rotating. Trying to apply a little bit more aggression onto Moros. Moros using the Explosive Flower. We're gonna get like the Crush. Waiting for the Subjugate, but here it's just Moros surviving the gank of 3 people. So overall, a little W for the side of Indecisive. And then we got some good damage onto boss dual lane here. Manq overstaying a little bit too much, so he take a lot of damage back. He should have just like getting his W, then disengage, and then coming back afterwards, because now like there is like no kill or dive potential, so they're just looking at crashing that wave and then looking for the gold buff, I assume, and then a reset. Nitro going back to base, probably like enough to finish his Brimstone finally. And in terms of CS, holy moly, what's happening here? What? Why are we 50 CS down on the side of Team Professors? Where it is. So we have 17 in offlane, 10 in jungle, 13 in mid lane. So we go for double rotation, and 8, like 50 CS down at minute 7 is a lot. I wasn't expecting that. Here we're kind of dodging spells, dealing as much damage as we can. We do have Manq rotating here. And we're gonna get the TP away. I feel like an opportunity missed here. Immediately as they saw Manq in mid, they tried to apply some aggression onto Neft. Neft is like disengaging wisely. And so here we're like missing completely the black hole. Well,
enemy has fallen. Allied tower under attack. The enemy has activated your prime.
So here we got like a little rotation, a little bit of aggressive. I think I'm muted. Really? Oh, I wasn't talking here. Here I think I wasn't talking.
Enemy has been slain.
I was just answering a comment because someone was calling me out of like lying because I tell that Scrim doesn't heal from magical lifesteal on basic attack. When I just tested it this morning, and in the same conversation, like Blood Mortis told us that it's actually how it works. And I'm like, yeah, well, okay, what can I do for you?
Allied tower under attack.
So we got the mini prime on Moros. We do find like the pick on Soul Reaper in mid lane. So far, like this Morrigesh mid has been like surviving pretty convincingly the early stage. Shin is probably one of the most best Morrigesh in the competitive scene. Here Soul Reaper needs to be very careful because, yeah, we can simply do that. That was very close. So we use the flash aggressively. So, like, okay, we got the kill on Soul Reaper. And we can see like those early rotation costing quite a lot because now he's like a full level down. But I feel like here we should be like... Now this Shin should be like dying on cooldown because he has no flash. And we have like Zarus plus... and we get 6 coming from behind. We're gonna catch Neft, I think. And we got like the kill. What happened here in that situation? So we came... Don't we have Gag Grenade to stop that ultimate?
Enemy has been slain.
Also, I feel like Dread Nova is a little bit early here in that situation. We probably should be looking at Aether Crystal from main queue for the zoning part. That would have been superior.
Allied tower under attack. An allied tower is destroyed.
So we secure the first tower thanks to the AWP Prime. We have like some action going on onto the dual lane. Probably. Import is around. Or maybe looking at making a play to open up the Fangtus. That would be the first Fangtus of the match. Here we get like import arriving. Get the stun. Good combo. And that's like crazy full dead. We're gonna like get all 5 of them to force like the Fangtus on the side of Team Indecisive. So they're gonna secure the second objective of that match. They already got like 1 mini prime. Here I don't see really like a world that they can actually like stall that. And we see that 6 is not even attempting to. And so that's gonna be like the Fangtus being secured. Moros already like back earlier to be able to catch that wave that is going to go on their tower and probably like catch that cannon maybe. At least the XP of it. And he gets it. Very close, but good timing, good timing.
Allied tower under attack.
So we have a Morrigesh that have bonus move speed, so can get out of the black hole, I guess, but to be fair, with like TP plus flash plus black hole plus 6 coming, like that should be like a free kill on that Morrigesh. And that's exactly what they tried to do, though. And here they try to punish it. Manchu is here. And that's exactly what we're talking about. But I feel like the kill could have gone like slightly faster because now we get like the turnaround. And Indecisive, realizing that probably like Shin is gonna be a target, decided to collapse here. I feel like we missed maybe like a few spells. We could probably have killed like slightly faster. But I wonder like also like probably like the magical lifesteal from Soulbearer is probably like super strong because I think both the ultimate and the mark are like single target damage. I wonder if the swarm is also like single target damage or if it's AoE, and that way it's not like affected by the percentage, like the divided by 3, and so you get like full value of the magical lifesteal on many abilities, which probably allow you also to survive longer than an epoch, for instance, maybe, while you still dish out a lot of damage, which can allow for like a counter aggressive moment. But yeah, Flash should be still down on the side of Shin, so next time we get like boss ultimate, we should be looking for another pick. We do get a little bit of an invade onto the blue camp. That's a pretty aggressive positioning for a Moira Gage that doesn't have any flash. And they're gonna try to engage onto the fight, trying to find the Crazy Fool. Crazy Fool is already found, but then there is a wonderful Black Hole plus Coliseum, and here that's already Manchu dead. Shin at 1 HP, Import is gonna fall down, and that's gonna be like a triple kill. And I feel like it's a little bit of like an aggressive move on the side of Indecisive when they try to fight. While we have a lot of resources into the enemy team, while big resources are kind of gone, like especially like Morigesh is probably like one of your biggest damage dealer after your Grux, and Grux wasn't in that fight, so you mainly rely on Morigesh to deal a lot of damage, and that Morigesh will be like so easy to absolutely destroy it. And here, wonderful play by Soul Reaper, realizing the opportunity that a lot of flash of the enemy team is down, and he just like go for the nice TP flash black hole on 4 people, and in the end, yeah, they got a kill on Crazy Fool, but at the cost of 3 people, and already Smorgasbord getting punished 2 times after like she used her flash aggressively. So in terms of CS, we're still like those 60 CS down that we have seen in the early game, but it didn't change that much compared to it. Here, Shin kind of escaping the aggression of Soul Reaper. So now we're kind of low on mana, so that's mean no contest for that mini prime, and so we're gonna secure the second mini prime of the game. So overall, higher CS count, pretty even on kills, but like 3 objective up overall, a tower up. Indecisive is still like in pretty good control of that match, and they do have the Morigage for the scaling into the late game. So that's something that can be scary, but the enemy team has a Sevrok, has a Zarus, has a Gideon, has a very strong like composition to be able to dive and to completely like destroy that Morigesh, while this Morigesh doesn't have a lot of peeling for herself. Like the only real peeling we have is probably the Argus, and that's like 1 Dread Nova for a peel, which is good, but it's not insane either. So I feel like the late game team fight is probably like Professor that just press W with their ability, and people, and we don't have enough to resist that charge on the side of Indecisive. So they kind of have like, they have the lead in terms of like the early mid game, but they need to snowball that lead out of control, otherwise it's gonna become, I think, very complicated to play the game. And you can see the group has 5 around the Fangtooth. They already forced Soul Reaper away when the Fangtooth responds, so they offer themselves a window of a 4v5. And they also have like the mini prime. We try to go for like a nice stun onto Crazy Fool. We try to delete immediately the Narbash. Narbash get deleted. Nitro is already kind of low. Morris is pushing forward into the Coliseum, forced to flash away. A little bit too much aggression here, and so that means that now Morris will be out of this fight. Soul Reaper has come back, so it's still a 4v4. Nitro's 30% HP is probably gonna go for the reset, but Import is also like not super healthy. And so we have 6 that is here. But there is no more Coliseum. I wonder if we still have the black hole. It seems that we still have the black hole. We're going to look for it. Once again, very nice play by Soul Reaper. This Gideon paying dividend, and they force them away from the fight. Shin is looking to deal some damage to Survivor. Import going in, freeze the flash. They do get like the kill. Very nice play by the side of Indecisive. But in the meantime, we do secure the Fang Tooth for Team Professors. And we're going to secure also Moros. We try to get as much damage as we can. Moros was at 1 HP. 6 arrive. Finally, gonna clean up maybe some damage. Shin starting to be low. Import still 1 HP, but kind of surviving here with like, I think, a shield proc. And that's a full wipe on the side of Indecisive. What a team fight here. Like, we have to watch that whole situation again. That was very, very, very nice. A lot of great plays and little things that was going like around. So I kind of like how they force like initially the fight. They go back inside. And here, little thing that Soul Reaper is doing is like, if he just go for the E, you can see how they played is too far away to be able to have a nice black hole. But Soul Reaper smartly used the bump plus the TP to not get a perfect black hole on the 3 people. That he wouldn't have got the distance without that flower. So that's already like a little nice things to be able to do. And here we have like a very, very, very nice black hole. And then we do have everyone try to disengage. They do disengage. And here we have Shin that feels confident. He's on the Morigesh. Survivor dashing in aggressively to try to punish Shin. I feel like it's maybe a little bit too much. And here, like that flash in by Import, finding like the perfect knock-up on both of them. We get like the... And then like we have Gag Grenades. We get like the double kill. And then like this fight inside, like Moros is 1 HP. Get the Colossal Blow. I don't know how he survived. He still like get protected. We do get like the dash in. Brimstone is enough. We get a nice subjugate onto 2 people. They're gonna secure the kill. And here, I don't know how Import like gets... He's just like basic like regen from his passive and stuff. And they ended up fully cleaning that up. But... So Indecisive still pulling ahead. Playing like very, very strong. Very, very nice teamfight execution. But Professor managed to remove that Fang Tooth. And removing that Fang Tooth was pretty huge, because I truly believe in the late game, the team composition of Professors will start to be like a little bit too much to handle if they're not like snowballing out of control on the side of Indecisive. And removing that Fang Tooth means that triple Fang Tooth is out of the question for the next 10 minutes at least. And so that means that we will have time this game to go at least 30 minutes in. And that will give option to Professors to have better moments for themselves to be able like to win the match later on. Oh, we try to be aggressive here. Manchu missing the stun, so we get the flash out of Shin, and then we get like a sunk. Manchu taking also some good damage. And that's going to be the end of this engagement, but now we force the flash out of Shin, so no flash on the Morigesh until 24 minutes. We do have Import in the mid lane. We're looking at some aggression here. We actually find Shin looking very aggressively. A Morigesh with that flash is very, very easy to kill. And so we're gonna abuse that. We have 4 people defending the mid lane tower. That's a little bit too much. In the meantime, we have Survivor like getting some farm left. Probably not going to stay here because the play is finished in the mid lane, so if he steps up, he can get collapse on. So he's simply going to secure the gold buff and not overstay his welcome. And so here we're gonna get a little bit more farm. I guess Narbash is going back to base. True Silver already finished on Narbash. What's gonna be the next item is Tainted Totem to counter a little bit the heal of the Morigesh, the Crunch, and the Grux. So the whole team will benefit from it now. We also get True Silver Bracelet on the side of the Gideon. Here we're looking at maybe get some aggression onto Shin again. As a reminder, still 3 more minutes with no flash on the Morigesh. They might try to collapse here on 6. 6 kind of finding like Manq. Manq stuck into the cage, forced to flash away. So that's a flash also like removed from the side of Indecisive. And so that means that then this next black hole can become like very strong because both the Morigesh and the Argus doesn't have their flash up. Here we're looking at applying pressure on the tier 1 tower on mid steel. But like I said, like here it feels like Professor is in control because they apply the aggression. And I guess we're waiting for the cooldown on the side of Indecisive, but we're still like in this idea that probably at some point they have to be careful because as the match gets delayed... Ooh. Okay, it was close. But of course, we're not gonna face check that thing. So here we're gonna try like to force the tower. We have 5 people. Tower should fall here. And finally, it is Indecisive securing another tower for themselves. But now it's just like 3 tier 1 tower being secured against 2 tier 1 tower. And the Fangtus being respawning probably pretty soon, as we see. No triple Fangtus available. So it's just gonna fight for the second Fangtus and maybe having another opportunity. Here we're looking for a bait for a fight. We try to go in with the combo here. Morris taking a lot of damage, but he's still alive. We also have like Manq that was stuck inside the pit. We try to gonna finish that Crux. In the meantime, Neft is 1 HP. We do have Soul Reaper going in with the Black Hole, catching another target, and that's 3 people being dead. And only Neft and Import surviving this onslaught. We're chasing a little bit, it seems, but I don't think there is anything to be chased here. I wonder what happened to Neft in that fight. I guess like it was a 1v1 fight. Survivor seems to be out of position once again. I took the 1v1 here. So Survivor coming for the flank as Akira. Not very good. But kind of managing like having Neft on the back foot, and it's so unnecessary by Survivor to do all of that. Like, his team was winning convincingly the fight somewhere else. He just have to be patient, and then the rest of the team collapse, and then they get triple kill. Survivor is still alive, and that's all prime for the side of Professors. Here, kind of try to go for a Higo play. It's so unnecessary in that situation, and that ended up like being a 3-4-1, so still like Professor win that, but in my opinion that should have been a 3-4-0 and the first all prime. And also like here Neft missed some auto attack, which is unfortunate. But yeah, like it's a fight that we don't have to take, that is very risky to take on the side of Survivor, and could have been like a better situation, already R prime, and with that R prime then we get like full control back into that match. TL buff too strong. Also, we don't have flash. Ooh. Okay, end up not mattering. I wonder if if that situation happened, do you have your ultimate on cooldown as Morigesh or not? Because here it dies before the ultimate connect. So here we're looking for the aggression. Very good combo here. Force the flash away from Crazy Fool. We do get the slow, triple damage. Get also the sanctification out. And that means Crazy Fool is out. Survivor is out. So Survivor making like 2 mistakes. On a timing that is actually like very, very important. We're gonna get aggressive onto 6. Nitro is finally arriving. We get like the flash out of 6 as well. They do have to be careful for the counter engage because Black Hole is still available. Ooh, we missed the TP here. That's gonna be huge. Soul Reaper is gonna get absolutely exploded here. We try to go onto Import. Do we protect Import? Import 1 HP, but the Subjugate is enough to kill him. So that means that now the knife is gone. So we're gonna get like for some more damage. Good grab, and that's gonna be triple kill. Oh, that torn space into the wall, costing this whole team fight. So let's see if we actually like manage to secure it. We're trying like to zone like Survivor away. We try to get the stun. Unfortunately, the stun doesn't connect. They do have to be careful though, but they should have like enough damage to burst it. I really don't know what Survivor is doing in that match. Okay, thank you for the confirmation, Romaur, that the ultimate goes indeed on CD. It's like this whole situation was created by Survivor initially. Like this op-ramp should have been gone if Survivor played the team fight better. Then this op-ramp cannot get pulled if Survivor doesn't overstay his welcome in mid lane without flash up because he uses flash aggressively on a situation he shouldn't have. And here, he just pressed W to get in range of a Grux as Akira. I really don't know what Survivor is doing that match. But yeah. Team Professor should be in full control, but when you do that many mistakes in a row on the carry roll, that gives like huge windows for the enemy team to actually like start to get ahead. And so now we have R Prime, I think on everyone, maybe not Import. Yeah, Import doesn't have it, so we have R Prime on 4 people. And we're gonna look at getting like as many tower as we can, I assume. On the side of Indecisive, Soul Reaper trying to go for the split push on left. Oof.
An allied tower is destroyed.
That's a little bit of damage from a Q spell. We do have Nitro trying to defend the tier 2 tower here. But now he's like kind of forced. Ooh, we try to go in. We do find like a good opportunity onto Neft. Neft got absolutely obliterated. Very good window found by the side of Professors. Here, good counter engage. I think Neft a little bit slow on the shrapnel cannon. And that ended up here getting killed. And without Neft, that means that now this siege is going to be like much harder to do. And so here indeed, Neft saying that he get baited because his teammate has to come left, but there is no wave. So here a little bit missed timing. We should have like got under the tower with a wave. And so that's Moros that probably needs to communicate better the timing of the wave. I think they probably can if they time it with a wave. If there is no wave, yeah, then they're stuck. But if there is a wave, it's like free tier 2 tower, and maybe we can capture Nitro. But we need like perfect timing between the offlane and the rest of the rotation. So our prime is gonna like disappear. And now we have Primal Fangtus that is up. Import force to flash away because the Coliseum tracked through the dash.
Run from fate.
So both teams are looking towards this Primal Fangtus, but they can't pull it until they have like actual like an advantage in a sense. Like they can't pull it like 5v5. No team is that far ahead that they can just like get it without any contention. Pit is a very closed zone. Primal Fangtus does a lot of damage, so like pulling it without like having an advantage somewhere makes like the team fight afterwards very complicated. So that's where like team are very mindful about not rushing this type of objective in those situations. We do have Nitro like getting some positioning. We're gonna try to get like a little bit of damage, but so that was like a full Grux combo. I guess Nitro doesn't care. And that's the strength of a Sevrog. So here we're trying to get like through. Ooh, that's pretty deep here. I feel like Shin and already like in a tough position. I feel like going down these stairs with not the whole team is gonna be pretty dangerous. And here we have already Shin that is dead, and also like Morose. Like very, very, very weird engagement here by the side of Team Indecisive. Here I don't understand why we tried to go. I think we tried to catch Soul Reaper and Soul Reaper get a good portal. But now we have Shin that is super exposed. We're not playing corners with the Grux. I feel like it's way too deep in my opinion. Force Shin like completely out of position. Moros completely out of position. While still Mantu and Neft are not like fully safe to walk down that stairs, because stairs is a very dangerous choke point against the enemy team. And we're gonna like end up like securing 2 kills out of it. So Soul Reaper once again finding a phenomenal like ultimate here, but taking advantage of the fact that Indecisive going like, in my opinion, they shouldn't like push forward here because it's not like they can secure. And now like once you are in that spot around the Fangtus, then you have like nowhere to disengage. It's not safe because it's very easy to sandwich you, because Professor had control of all this area, which means that Professor can collapse from there and can collapse from there, and then you're stuck between like 2 spots and you cannot really disengage. And that's exactly what happened. And so like trying to take a fight in that spot I think was a big mistake, and they ended up costing them the Primal Fangtus, and Triple Fangtus now is in the pocket of Professors. So we get 6, starting to push forward. Mancu is at 1 HP. Mancu is gonna die. We're gonna get Soul Reaper going in, but a nice Liberator by Neft, but it's not enough because Primal Fangtus hurts. At that moment in the match, I think it's 66 damage per tick. And so like you're already like taking like 270 damage of burn every time you take an ability. And so that's gonna be like 2 pickup being found. That's gonna be all prime, and that's like no double buff in the hands of Professors. That's gonna be a little bit rough to fully like stop. And like I said, like now we do have Narbash plus Gideon plus Zarus plus Sevrog. Like this composition, you can't escape this composition. Like if they decided to chase you, they're gonna catch you. There is nothing you can do about like not being catch. And so if you're not in a position that you can actually fight back, then it makes the game very, very hard to play because they're just like too fast. Also, we can see here like Crazy Fool maxing the March, second, only 1 point into the Thunk, valuing that movement speed a lot for team fight and rotation, and much more than actually like the Thunk can be. And so like they're even like gonna get these movement speeds a lot, many times.
An allied tower is destroyed.
And so we do have the split push also from Nitro on the right side. This Savrog is massive, almost like 5 items. Gonna come like with his teammate to try to secure the mid tower. Good Ether Crystal. They do a lot of damage to that minion wave, but still, that minion wave getting healed by the Narbash. Like, Narbash is absolutely insane when it comes to siege situation, because healing minions that are protected by R Prime makes it... Ooh, we go in, we try to find the opportunity and finally pull the trigger. Narbash is immediately like deleted, and here we already like find 2 people. Soul Reaper wasn't with the team, and they try to go aggressive, and they find like a third pickup as well. And suddenly, like a situation that felt kind of hopeless, amazing play by the side of Indecisive, and they secure a quadra kill with losing nobody. Like this match, like there is like some wonderful turnaround in that match. And that like flashing by import, and this is where like sometimes team get a little bit too complacent. They have double buff, they think like we can just go for the normal play and slow. But as the defensive team, keep your cooldown and try to expand everything at the right timing. Because yeah, Primal Fangtooth and All Prime are very strong. There is 2 buff that gives you a lot of damage, also a lot of regen, but in terms of defensive stat, during the fight, it brings absolutely nothing. So opponents still die as fast as normal. And here we can see like Import looking for his moment, and here he finds the opportunity. We get a good combo. Crazy Fool is dead immediately, which means that they don't have any damage. They also find 6, and now they can get to chase that. They're gonna like keep pushing. Once again, Import finding another uppercut, and that's like triple kill. Soul Reaper trying to collapse afterwards, but then doesn't dodge like the crush from Moros, and that's gonna end up being the quadra kill. I think the split is fine. It's just that I think Professor didn't expect that you had a window to fight them, and they were like a little bit complacent on that rotation. Like realistically speaking, they never saw the flash uppercut coming. That's the big mistake here. The split is fine. I agree with Happy Picker as well. Now I think it's completely fine, because even if you fully like engage, they still have Colossal Blow, they still have the regen of the All Prime. So if they get engaged but they don't die, and they have like many tools to disengage, like it's not an issue. The problem is they weren't expecting the flash uppercut, and Import find a wonderful flash uppercut. And so here we have maybe like an opportunity to turn things around. We actually like survived the double big buff push against a Narbash comp that have triple Fangtooth. That is impressive to say the least.
An allied inhibitor is under attack.
Whereas is gonna get picked up here, overstaying a little bit. Here, this is where we have to be very careful, because like I said, this team is very, very strong at chasing you, and it's you have to disengage way earlier. So now we got the Primal Fangtooth that is going to respawn, but without Moros, and so now it's like Moros that kind of make like a pretty bad move, which means that probably give a lot of leeway for the side of Professors. You can see there are 5 people. Without the Grugs, they're not even going to attempt to contest that. They're just trying to secure some structures or maybe inhibitor. They were trying to go there. We see that the Sevrog is already chasing to come for the defense. And so that's gonna be the end of that situation. And this is where, like, when you reach the 30+ minute marks, like, it's very, very important for you to not die, because suddenly it makes your team unable to play. So again, Primal Sanctus moment to be able to defend. We have seen that Indecisive is able to even defend against double buff, so let's see if they pull it again. But this time, probably Professor is gonna be a little bit more careful and respect a little bit more the engage. Here we try to go on to import, so this time we are not waiting, we try to engage immediately. A lot of damage is being dealt immediately. We do get like Moros that is dead, import that is dead. We do get Nitro very low, 6 trying to flash in to get like the kill onto Neff, but Neff dodging. Black Hole is being used, Mancube forced to flash away, both surviving with 1 HP, 6 at 1 HP as well. Gonna survive here, no, he's not, because the dot from the Pestilence passive from Shin is enough to secure the kill. So 6 going a little bit too deep, but it's still like a double kill. So now we have a 60-second power play with 4 people, and we do get like trying to secure this inhibitor on the left side, and it's gonna be secured. Apparently it's gonna be like the time to further disengage. They don't feel confident that they can actually finish the game, and to be fair, against Morrigesh, Argus plus Drongo clear without having O Prime, it would be difficult to push that core that is full HP. So we're simply gonna reset here. We have 2 inhibitors that are down, especially also we get an inhibitor that is at the opposing side of the O Prime, which make that O Prime fight very complicated to take on the side of Indecisive. So Professors not gonna risk it for the biscuit and just gonna like go back to base, reset, spend their goals, and be ready for probably what could be the final team fight of the match, because here response timers start to be very, very long. The team that managed to clean up the enemy team and secure the all prime is probably gonna secure the game. And here we try to go on to Mancube. Mancube get captured here because no flash has been used, and that's gonna be a support that maybe is dead. Crazy Fool took a lot of damage. Nitro creating some space, force the rest of the team out of position. And here that's gonna be like, ooh, Survivor taking a lot of damage, but securing the kill to Neft. We try to go for a nice combo here, but that's gonna be the cost of everyone. Still, we try to Asbeth like import flashing and surviving with an HP, and Moros finding the kill. How do Indecisive manage to turn the team fight around after that very, very bad positioning by Mancube? But here 6 arrive and gonna be a kill. So I want to watch that team fight again, because for me, for sure, Indecisive were goners. Like there was nothing for them to define. Like Moros did previously in the match here, Mancube do a bad mistake of positioning himself, which is a little bit tough. So here we get the stun. That's the thing, like here Mancube didn't disengage with his teammate, he walked on the other direction, and this team is pretty strong at chasing. So here, even with the Ether Crystal, it's not gonna be enough. We get some damage being applied by Crazy Fool, and here we do get the stun that cancel the ultimate. So Crazy Fool took a lot of damage, but it's not gonna be enough. And here we get like a nice subjugate on the 2 carry. Survivor arriving here, trying to get like as much damage, and we're gonna get like Survivor getting exploded by the damage. Soul Reaper finding, but a nice uppercut once again. Import getting amazing uppercut. Shin at very low HP that ended up like falling. No, it's still in the fight here, and they survive like for a very long time, and they get like multiple kill. It's now it's 2 against 2 only, but 6 coming back and gonna secure Shin here. Shin trying to get the trade onto Crazy Fool before he dies, but unfortunately unable to do so. And that's gonna be the end of the whole fight. Indecisive, to be fair, like there is like some big blunders from some players, but being able to still like turn those fights as good as they do is actually like super impressive. Import is doing like some amazing knock-up. We get probably like very good damage both from Shin and Neft. It's like it feels like this game should have been Professors like for a long time, and Indecisive keep pulling like those incredible plays and actually like manage to keep this game alive. So now we're gonna start like securing this objective because we got 3 people, but they have the heal on Narbash. So no real damage dealer. And so here we have like Import looking for the steal. Actually gonna force like people away from the R prime. They don't want to risk it. So Import kind of forcing them to remain humble around that objective. We do have like both team like fully respawn now. But we have Shin that has to defend left side, so that inhibitor that has been taken like earlier might ended up being costly. But it seems that we're not really like forcing anything on the side of Professors. Primal Sanctus is going to respawn, so double big objective is gonna be up. It's game 1 Import. And so here, I guess, very Professor-like style, as we can see. Professor love to do this type of play when they send only like 2 or 3 doing objective while the rest is zoning. So here, I guess we're trying to go like for the split of objective. Nitro is gonna come, and so they're gonna be like 3 defending that with Primal. And now we do have Soul Reaper that already is in a position, and they're gonna try like to go a little bit deep. They're gonna actually like ended up stealing it as well, and now that's gonna be like a very tough fight. Soul Reaper is already dead. We got Crazy Fool at 1 HP, but he's gonna survive. In the meantime, in the backline, we do secure Shin, and now it's double buff against them. Nef trying to kill 6, securing the kill into the backline, but at the cost of Moros and Import. Everyone is gonna get cleaned up here, and that's gonna be probably game and the end of that match, which was exactly Import. Like, this game was a banger, and it was a banger because it was a 40 minutes, but it was like a very, very nice game of 40 minutes where both teams play out of their minds. There was like some great team fight all around. It was like a crazy game. But yeah, unfortunately here they do secure both buff, and that ended up costing them the game. Some approximation by some player on both teams, as we have seen Survivor making like 3 big misplay in a row that ended up costing the whole 20 minutes advantage that Professor were starting to build. And then like also we get like Moros getting picked up, MadQ getting picked up, that kind of delayed the game and stopped like Indecisive. But also like Indecisive, a wonderful defense like on the right inhibitor against like double big buff, wonderful team fight even if when they ended up losing people. It was a great game. I would dare to say even worthy of some finals, worthy of finals of the PCC main event. Will we get that match? Maybe, if the two teams ended up facing each other in the grand final.